silent ghost plane over Ripley, UK, turned the sky dark, according to independent witnesses. Some really bizarre stuff here. Some are saying our timelines could be getting messed up and crossing events from the past with our present. This is one for the quantum physics guys to explain. Could this CERN is changing our timelines? Proof Mandela effect be the cause of this such a weird event? Who knows? But separate reports of a mysterious ghost plane have emerged in Derbyshire, where witnesses have seen a dark, silent shape sweep across the sky. Onlookers have stated that they had seen a dark shape in the sky at around 6:45 on a Monday night. And this is a report from about 4 years ago. The onlookers stated that they saw the dark shape. And Mark O'Brien believes he saw a quiet, low-flying plane fly above him after picking his daughter up from her swimming lesson in Ripley. He said it was so low, you must have been only about 200 or 300 houses high. I thought it was going to crash at one point, but it was large and very quiet. I remember it flying above me, and my heart stopped for a second. It looked like an old World War II plane, but it was dark, so I couldn't make it out. So this was in the spring of a Monday night. So it must have been after 6 in the afternoon. So obviously it was dark. He says, I panicked because I thought it was coming down on the houses near Ashford Rise, which is near my house. There was no noise, no smoke. It just flew off and disappeared between some nearby trees. I came into work today, told my colleagues about it, what had happened, thinking they would expect me to be crazy. But one of them said they had seen that plane as well, flying around Hydra. It's so weird, really, but I know quite a lot of people have seen them before. Lindsay Taylor of Barnsley claims to have seen 2 ghost planes at the same time as Mr. O'Brien, only this time near the village of Hope in the Derbyshire Peak District. She said the whole thing was really weird. We were driving towards Bancroft when the radio suddenly lost all signal, and the sky just went really dark. All of a sudden, this huge old airplane flew straight over our heads, completely silent, and was heading for the ground. My partner and daughter saw the same thing, but we thought that it was going to crash, but then it just disappeared. Seconds later, we saw what looked like the same aircraft, this time to our left, and it banked over on its side and looked as though it was going to crash before disappearing. There was no way a real plane could have had the speed or the height to pull out of it, but we heard no crash at all. In other words, if it's going so slow and so low, it's going to crash. That's just aerodynamics. Now, the plane looked really old with propellers and was green, she said, and she said the whole thing lasted a couple of seconds before we knew it, it was all over, and it had got brighter again. I don't know that means that the gray shadow was not over them. She says, I don't know if there is such a thing as a ghost plane, but I can't think what else it can be. Pam Orridge said the news of the new sightings prompted her to remember a sighting from a few years ago. She said, my son and I were driving along A6 towards Roseley from Darley Dale. We just had passed Church Road on our left and well before Arconic Forgings and Extrusion, also on the left. Suddenly in front of us was an aircraft flying very low towards us. So low we thought it would crash into us, but then it banked sideways and disappeared. We could not identify the aircraft other than it was old because it happened so quickly and left us quite shocked. This is by Christopher Harper and Nick Reed from Derby Telegraph of the UK, and it's on Bended Reality. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. What do you think this was? They all seem to describe the same type of plane, second World War II plane, something with propellers, flying so slow and low that it should have crashed. Who knows what it was? Something from another dimension, I guess. But let's remember, though, demonic entities, from what the monks of Mount Daphos told me, could even appear to you as a mountain in front of you. Okay, so it could have been demonic spirit, demonic forces in the shape of planes, old planes, just to frighten everybody and intimidate them. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.